Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I welcome you, my dear students, in this illustrative series of online classes. Today we are reading a speech. That speech is given in our selection from verses book, and that is described for the students of intermediate class. The speech is The Seven Ages of Man. It is basically a speech, and that is found in play As You Like It. And the title of the speech is, The Seven Ages of Man, symbolizes the singular is used for a man, and it symbolizes whole humanity. From man we can understand that almost humanity. Shakespeare has given generalized picture of humanity. He has given generalized idea about whole humanity. This speech tells us the universal philosophy of Shakespeare about humanity. This speech tells philosophy of Shakespeare about universal life cycle of a man, and Shakespeare has given how transitory life is, how short-lived life is. To Shakespeare, man is compelled at the hands of nature. Man is puppet before nature, and man is compelled. He is a loser in the game of life. So this speech shows great qualities of Shakespeare as a universal writer, as a universal dramatist, because he conveys universal philosophy in this speech. To Shakespeare, life is a short-lived, life is transitory. The speech explains how man is compelled before nature. This speech is divided into 7 stages of man. Each stage is characterized by certain fragile roles, certain weak roles, certain roles that are played by men, being played by general humanity. That in this world, man comes for short time. Man plays a role. That role is limited for certain amount of time. Let's learn about 7 stages of man. The first stage is infant. First stage marches from infancy towards school-going age. When man gets birth, first he acts as an infant. He is weak. He is separated from mother's lap, and he is handed over to nurse, and he makes cries in the lap of a nurse. So he is nursed by a nurse. And second stage, infant, and he pukes in nurse's arms and is completely detached from mother. The second stage in this way represents a role that is played by a man. He acts as the role of a school-going boy. This stage represents man is going, now he has to attain such a stage that he is sent to school. And in this stage, one is unlikely to go to school. One does not like schools. One does not like boring books, the world of boring books, and he is completely unwilling to attend education, to attend school. The third stage, and in this stage, stage of school going, he goes to school because he does not like it, and his pace is he runs at a snail's pace. In this third stage, man acts like a lover. He is a lover. He pines for beloved. He longes for beloved. He is completely separated from beloved, and out of that separation, he composes woeful songs. He sings a song for his beloved, and he is ready to sacrifice everything, even his energy, even his resources, even his time, to keep his beloved happy. For the sake of beloved, he is ready to give every sort of sacrifices, because he believes that he wants to make his love genuine, to prove his quality of his love, to prove him as a true lover. He is ready to sacrifice everything. And the fourth stage, man acts as a soldier. He believes to earn fame. He believes in service of country. He fights for the sake of for the honor of his dear homeland. For it is nothing more than a bubble fame. His entire fame seems as a bubble, and it is merely for earning honor, merely for earning reputation, merely for earning success in his life. The fifth stage is in this fifth stage, man X is a middle-aged man. He has grown round belly. He gives examples from worldly knowledges. He quotes examples. He recites examples from worldly resources. He shares his experiences, and to prove his experiences, sometimes he gives examples from worldly books, from worldly knowledges. In this stage, he is completely man with rich experiences of life. And this stage, Shakespeare has given general picture of people who have attained aged, who are in their middle ages. And in middle ages, what are the habits of men? The men have, being men of grown rich experiences, they are interested in giving examples. Our old elders give examples that we have witnessed world, we have undergone multiple experiences, and through these experiences we advises you, we give you suggestions, we give you road maps to follow. We sometimes skirmishes you, sometimes scolds you, because these skirmishes, these scolds are ultimately in your ultimately for your favor, for your good. The sixth stage, as Shakespeare mentions, is he is a man. In this stage, man X is a weak. He becomes a weak. He wears glasses. His voice is losing momentum. There's a slow pitch in his voice. He has not such voice that was manly, that was courageous, that was bold. And his voice is again shrinking and shrank. His voice is slow, and because he has attained to he has hit such age, he has attained such age where he is fragile, entirely weak. He needs he needs support of a stick, or he needs support from he needs support of people. Sometimes he needs support of sisters. Sometimes he needs support of his sons, his children, to accompany him. He needs company of others to spend some time with him. And the last stage, that is very critical stage, that proves that how fragile, how weak man is, how compelled man is, how man is compelled, that he loses game of life. And this stage justifies life cycle of a man. That is, the last stage is shocking one. In this stage, man is devoid of every pleasure. Man is devoid of manly power. Man is devoid of wealth. Man is devoid of wealth. Man is nothing. He is without eyes. He is without taste. He is without power of smell. He is without sight. He is same everything, same teeth, same sight, same power, everything. In this stage, he is equal to a child, to a newly born child, completely fragile, weak, completely at the mercy of others, completely at the mercy of nature. So in this stage, Shakespeare tells how man is compelled in face of troubles. Man is puppet at the hands of fate. His powers are limited. To Shakespeare, life is mere a shadow. As he has quoted examples in Macbeth, that life is a tale told by an idiot, and that is full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. In this speech, we can understand the general philosophy of Shakespeare about life. That to him, life was mere a tale. That tale has no systematic organization. Life is compared as a shadow. Life is compared as a useless. Life in this great piece of speech, Shakespeare has given universal philosophy, and in this passage, the great example of Shakespeare's universality that we can understand from this speech, that Shakespeare enjoys universality, because this speech is everywhere followed. His told 7 stages are in evolution. They are continued everywhere. Everybody undergoes these 7 stages, and these 7 stages are in the form of speech are enough to prove or to justify Shakespeare as a poet of great universality, as a poet of great universal philosophy that he conveys in this speech. Thank you, my dear students. Thank you.